Mysticraven. So I have a story. I actually got the clip, and it was hilarious. So I was in a guild, and usually around this time I'm kind of floating around Craglorn, looking for whatever trials, trying to farm up some stuff. Anyway, so I was on my stamp sork. I get in a group from the guild, one of the guild mates, and literally, this was hilarious. They're like doing normal Rock Grove. Now, first, I'm not looking for Rock Grove. I actually am looking for Cloud Rest and Halls of Fabrication. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go in and help. And all of a sudden, they're like, "You're Mysticraven." I was like, guilty. And that's about it. That's all I said. I was like, and then they couldn't, we can't find a tank. We can't find a tank. And we can't find tanks. Now, I was like, I can get one of my tanks, but I haven't farmed up my other set. So, but, I can grab my tank. So I grabbed my tank, and initially we had 2 tanks. Now, it's kind of important what happened. So we get into the trial, and the other tank drops. Now, I didn't know who dropped. But we get to the first boss, and honestly, it was funny because the minis, I'm anticipating the other tank to grab the mini. That's what they do. And, oh no, but it didn't happen because I was the only fucking tank, and I'm tanking the main boss. But it even gets better because some dickhead was actually inner-raging the boss from me to try to make it look like I'm this dick who can't even hold a taunt. And I'm like, these fucks, and I look, and these fucks set me up again. And I was like, oh boy, oh god, you know what, I'll roll with this just because I think it's funny right now. And I did. And then, oh, we could get another tank, and this other tank comes in. He's like, oh, I soloed this dungeon. I don't need another tank at all. Now, mind you, they weren't whatever. They quit dropping the inner fire, which they were doing. They actually kept the stack, but people were still dying. They used only 1 healer, which you can get away with. Actually, you can get away with 1 healer in a normal, typically. But it depends on each trial. But these guys were turning red. They were like, whatever, people were dying. And the tank gets through. But people were dying. So I kept the clip. I kept it. Now, first, they actually were going to use their little companions to have an off tank. I was like, I don't think so, motherfuckers. I do not think so. Put them away. And people were dying, so I got the clip. So if people want to talk shit, don't worry. I saved the clip. And it was pretty fucking hilarious, to say the least. Now, like I said, I typically do trials at my expenditure, but I don't like fucking drama, and I don't like stupid shit. This was dumb shit, but it was hilarious, because it was at their expense, not mine. So I was like, this is fucking hilarious shit. And I was like, okay, cool. Thanks for the footage, guys. Thanks. And thanks for solo tanking, I enjoyed it. And I'm like, and now I can leave this joke of a guild. And I did. And I left that guild. Because I'm like, I ain't got time to fuck. And I was debuffing too. I had the major debuff. You should have seen it. Literally, it was a shit show. And I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't care. I don't. This is the type of shit that people are like, we're going to make you look bad. This takes me back to the time when I was on my Sork tank in Vet Hellraw. And they refused to throw me any resources or heal me. And I was like, I keep having to go through this from time to time. I find people who want to try to paint a bad picture. But it's like, you know what? I do random pugs with tanks. I do pugs and trials, whatever. And typically, you're going to find those people who want to try to paint you in a bad light. And they'll try to set you up, and they will. if they don't like you. And those are the people I'm actually looking out for most of the time. And most of the time I'll sit back and I'll fuck off if they're fucking off. And I don't care. And it's just like, look, man, if you guys are going to be a joke, I'll be a joke. If you're going to fucking do dumb shit, I'll do dumb shit. I don't care. And they were like, the tank's red, the tank's red. Fucking like, and they were focusing the ads like a heart attack. People were still dying. I was like, well, you can't kite the other ones across. So it's all going to get stacked. So now you got to focus your heal. And because the tank's going to be taking extra damage, he's going to get a lot of the hots. You know, any of the other healing of any single target healing effect that is not an AoE. And I'm watching it, and people are dying because they're not getting the heals. I was like, this is awesome. This is fucking epic. This is fucking epic to watch. I'm enjoying this tremendously. I am totally enjoying this. This is fucking epic to watch. It's a normal. There's, you know, no, it should be dying. Okay, you're blocked. But anyways, yeah. So there it is. I was like, well, you know me, I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm kind of like cruising around on my Sork and just kind of like, yeah, I'm looking. You know, and it has been a little dead lately on the server. You know, a lot of things have been kind of dying out in this game. And actually, I'm feeling more bad for the community because it's like, it's going to get worse. Because I think the game, somebody had mentioned to me, you know, PvE's been dying. PvP's dying too, due to performance. But, you know, PvE's been dying. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, that's kind of interesting. But now I'm kind of like, the community's cutting its own throat, is what it's happening. And I have no remorse for them. None. You know, this is what happened in Rift. This was our downfall in Rift. We weren't very, how should I say it? New player friendly. Or we ostracized. And this is what made me walk away. This was the, you know, the final breaking straw for me as a player. Because Rift's been making slow, it's been steady. But we weren't very, very friendly towards players, newer players. We just weren't. We were toxic. Our community was toxic. It was. And, you know, I felt like now I'm starting to see that transition. It's been, you always find players who think it's whatever. But when a community starts getting to the point where even newer players are just like, you know, I don't even want to play the fucking game, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and you can't find things to do, you know, you're kind of in this situation of like, you know, the game's killing itself. You know, I think there's other contributing factors. I think there's multiple contributing factors, but I think the community is not helping itself. You know, it's not being very whatever. And at the same time, like I said, it don't matter to me. I mean, I'm here, I'll get my builds and I'll do whatever. And then of course I'll go back to PvP. That's what I always do. That's what I do in every game anyway. But you know, I was just like watching this whole thing unfold as I'm in there trying to, and initially I thought I was being helpful. But I realized quickly they're trolling. This guild is actually just trolling me. You know? And I was like, because they weren't playing, like I said, DPS had inner fire, pulling the boss. People were getting cursed. We were at the one boss that does the curses. And I'm like, why in the fuck can you keep pulling the boss from me? And who's on, you know, there's nobody grabbing the minis, nothing. And, you know, They're like, it shouldn't be this hard. It's normal. I'm like, well, typically you can get away with one healer, but and I just, you know, whatever. I'm like, but two tanks. You usually have two tanks for reasons. Usually, usually. Those are things called adds, especially on pulls. If one tank pulls a set of adds, the other tank pulls in the opposite direction, keeps it from the stack. Things like that. Easier to manage, especially if you have a solo healer, especially if you have solo healing. But that wasn't the case. And I was just like, if you guys want to make it look like a shit show, then let it be a shit show. If that's what you want. And then you're going to ignore mechanics to even make it look worse. And this makes no sense. You're wasting your time, not my time. I could give a fuck less. Because this is usually at the end of my day, this is what I do. I'm walking around Craglorn, harvesting, grabbing my Nirncrux. I don't have a Nirncrux problem either, I don't think. I think my Nirncrux is like, I think I got like 25 or 30 of these bitches already. I don't have a Nirncrack problem. I do. I have a Nirncrack problem. I do. I'm always on to the Nirncrack. You can still use it in PvP. It's really still good in PvP a lot. It can still work in PvE. It's just you're so dependent on crit. 22. That's since I've been back. I didn't have one. So I'm usually floating around here, checking people, see if they're doing anything. Like, okay, hey, yeah, we're looking for this, we're looking for that. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. But it was a guild, and so I thought it would be helpful. But obviously, it was a joke of a guild. And I was like, I don't need this. And this is the thing I kind of kicked myself in the head about. Because I never pulled shit like that with any player, ever. We just excluded people, Can I be on the raid team? But like, we have a full raid team. You have to earn positions. We just can't throw people in there. We have weekly lockouts. It's not like I can pull people in. Once we do it, we do it. We're locked out. We can't even loot anything. We're locked out. And, the biggest thing for me was realizing even, I was snooty back then. I was a little snooty. And like, I don't think, and, that's going to work. And by the way, there was this video I saw, which proved another point I had. Like they were doing tests with their guild on a trial dummy, not the main one, like a one without the buffs. And this Templar wrecked it. Like they all wrecked it pretty good. But all their damages went up significantly. And I've said that. I was like, you can't go off of a dummy. Solo or whatever. Everything's conditioned. Right? Everything. You need to understand what your group's going to do, how the modifiers are going to be applied. These are factors. Everything's pretty much clickbait. But the one thing it did kind of highlight and show was how the damage modifiers are being amped up. And I thought the video was good for that, because it really did. And that's why I tell people, don't always believe what you see, because there are a lot of contributing factors in this game. Yeah, get good. Hey, by the way, thanks, man. Thanks for the thing. I love the clip, by the way. The clip's awesome. Thank you. That was one of the dudes. They're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. They told it like it was funny. It was hilarious. Like I said, so they were using inner rage to pull the boss from me. All sorts of shit. I was like, what the fuck is this shit going on? The mini's turning around, splashing them with fucking damage. And then on that boss, they're just like pulling the boss back to center as I'm kiting it. And then on top of it, it was fucking awesome. I was like, wow. Wow! This guy's like, I don't need another tank. I solo this. It's normal. And people are dying. Oh my god! Oh god! And that's what you get. That's the type of troll shit. It's troll shit. Like, we're gonna make Mystic look bad. How are you gonna make me look bad? You look bad. You look bad. But that's the point. The community is killing. It's cutting its throat. It's cutting its throat. And honestly, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I was PvP, and like anybody in that guild could ever fucking whoop my ass. I don't know a fucking one of them in PvP. I'm looking at the list, I'm like, who the fuck are any of these motherfuckers? None of them are PvPers, I'll tell you that much. So, I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, I'm the joke, and yet all the top PvP content creators visit me. Interesting. Interesting. And I just put out a thing today about how to keep vulnerability up more. I'm the joke. I'm the joke. Yo, Mystic Brian, dude, what's up? Can you join the simp disc? Have a public conversation with Nephis. Me and my friends think it would be hilarious. You know, he invited me. Okay, so check this out. He did invite me to his podcast. He invited me to his podcast. Now, I know what he does. You know what he's up to, Brian. It would be funny. It would be. Because, of course, I would just be like, no, right, no, right, no. I would totally agree with everything he has to say, because he's a god. And I was like, oh god, oh god. You know, fuck it, I swear. But yeah, the only reason I didn't do it at the time, my dad was in the ICU. And I was very upset. I was going through a lot during that time. When Nephis was trolling me. And I was like, dude, I definitely do not want to get mad at some idiot right now. I don't. I don't need to be that infuriated. You know, I don't. So, you know, most of the time I can shrug everything off. But when I'm going through a lot of things, I play avoidance. You know, because I don't need to project anything onto somebody else. Don't know any better, and they're being ignorant. If they're going to be ignorant, typically I avoid it, because like I said, I have a no tolerance for ignorance. So that's the whole deal. And you should see this clip. If like I said, I'll wait if they're that dumb. I don't think they will be. But this guy's like, I'm Outcast Dad. I'm like, wow. I saved the clip, trust me. You know, I don't know, whatever, but yeah, no, it was good. It was fucking good. It was good. You know, because, you know, you gotta have a hunch about some of these things. You gotta have, like, you know, a bullshit smell factor. But like I said, I didn't realize it until somebody dropped, and after the first boss, I pretty much knew. Yeah. Like, you're going to let, like, because as an MT, main tank, MTs are main tanks, OTs are off tanks, and as a MT, your main goal is, your main objective is to hold the boss. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you kite right, you make sure, you know, you try to keep those mechanics, interrupts, things like that going on. But, what was fucking funny on the first boss, they're interfiring the fucking main boss as he's fucking channeling. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you're asking the you guys really are making it even apparent so that you guys have no interest to do shit. So, you know. You gotta join I don't know about all that. I'm better off just walking away from all that. Neff is whatever. I wish him the best. To be honest with you, I don't want any more drama. I just want to I want to get my PvE, get my builds out, and then get back to my PvP. I love the PvP. I mean, I'll still do PvE to do whatever I need to do, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, one thing I always loved about my PvP is the fact that, you know, I can, nobody's going to take that away from my streams, so what I do, what I accomplish. I mean, even if I do a stream on PvE, no one can say shit then either. I mean, I still remember people saying, you can't do Maelstrom, you can't do that, you can't. Go get it. We should just all be that, whatever. Oh, potentate! Score. Oh, baby. I love me some nerd crack. Nerd crack. Let me see. No one ever knows who you are. Whatever. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody would know. Stop. I can't get away for shit. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Like I said, people should just ignore me. What would I know? Oh, that's right. I was one of the first healers, off non-Templar healers, healing vet content. Okay. What would I know? Nothing. I was the first one to say, stop putting everybody in the same sets. Stop that. Stop that. I've been around a time or two. I have all those videos too. Harold, what's up, evening brother? Yeah, I mean, but no, it just happened. Like, and I was just like, you missed it, Harold. Like, I was in this guild. They acted like, oh, you know, we're doing a normal Rock Grove. I was actually looking for Hoth or Cloud Rest. And I was like, fuck it. I mean, I'll help. It's a guild, I guess. You know, I should be at least a little productive and whatever. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll come in. I was on this tune. And then next thing you know, we can't get a tank. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, I ain't got the other set. I haven't farmed the other set yet. So, but I'll help you guys out. Not anticipating 2 tanks. Why? 1 for the mini. The minis, right? No. The other tank, there was another tank, and then he leaves. Like, right, but this the thing begins. I'm like, this is a shit show. I didn't even realize it. And then they're drawing inner fire. Oh my god, it was fucking hilarious. I swear to God, it was fucking hilarious. I was like, they're actually killing themselves on purpose. What a fucking ouch. Yeah, Harold, you're a tank. You main tank. You know what I'm talking about. They literally put a 1 tank, tried to make me look bad by putting a 1 tank in on Rock Grove. And you know, it's like, oh, you know, because as a main tank, you're thinking, well, the off tank will grab the mini and the ads. You just keep the, you know, these mechanics out of the way. No problem, right? Easy day at the office today, right? No problem. Oh, man. Make sure you get the interrupts, blah, blah, blah. Reposition when, you know, the mechanic fires, you know, and then all of a sudden the other tank kind of keeps everything so you can stack the AoEs, typically, right? So you have that really nice little offset. And then I was like, oh shit balls, as they're inner firing the fucking boss back to center and it's fucking smashing. I was like, I honestly, at this point, just am watching a shit show of a guild. That's that pathetic, and I'm thinking to myself, it's no wonder this game's dying. It's no wonder, and I know that. I mean, I haven't been a part of that type of antics, but you know, when newer players aren't very embraced, in other games, you were kind of forced to be a dick, right? You were forced to be because you only had so many spots. You only had, you know, one run per week. You know, and you know, you had to, you know, whatever. This game, you literally can farm everything relatively. You know, I mean, you know, that's cool. You know, it's not, it shouldn't be as high stress, but, you know, I was like, oh fuck. Oh fuck, 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 fuck. So, 1 second. It was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw that. Favorite tank, whatever. You guys don't know shit about any of the tanks anyways. None of you knew. I got my new internet on my new place. Congratulations. Nice. Awesome. That's going to be awesome. I'm for sure right now. Nice. You're jonesing for sure? Awesome. Dude, that's going to be awesome, man. You know, the thing about it is, and like I said, I think there comes this thing, I don't even know what's going on. Jeez, my Jesus. This game is a bunch of drama. I'm like, shit. People were fighting in zone chat. You know, you always have that though. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dude, I think this, you know, holy flip-a-majig. But yeah, this is what I do. I typically run around, I'm harvesting, checking chat, see if anybody's looking for anything. Usually DPS, you can get pretty good groups. I kind of want to get into tanking, and I think that's something, you know, this platform's needing. There's not a lot of tanks on this platform. Tanks are scarce anyways across the board. But you know, and I've done healing, and I still have the healers. But I think like that's something I've been really wanting to get, like, as far as this platform. If I'm going to do PvE, if I do it and when I'll do the, you know, I was like, you know, maybe I'll get into tanking. You know, that's, you know, that's something different. You know, I mean, I've tanked, but you know, I mean, you know, I'll do it more. You know, I mean, I've tanked every class, except I'm still learning. I'm still kind of getting adjusted to the necro tank. So that's something I'm really wanting to get a little bit more into. So we'll see. I like necro healer. I think necro healer is amazing. Fight. I swear to God. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh. Did you see the new teaser? Yes, I did. I actually talked about that earlier. So I was talking about that. I don't think it's Akavir. So a couple of people thought it was Akavir, but during this timeline, Akavir is uninhabitable due to the weather, I believe. Some people are speculating it could be Pandoria or whatever. It's the island south of Somerset. So, for normal SS, I don't really need anything in SS. Oh, this is what I do. This is kind of what I do. I don't think I'm locked out. I could be. The weekly. I was really looking. Hoff is so hard to come by. So. I'll help him out. But yeah. So. There's only 2. Yeah. Oh boy. What could go wrong? I don't know if they'll be able to pull off that many people. Let me see. You probably won't see Hoff unless it's a weekend. Yeah, you're right. I need a few things in there. So, yeah, I think you're right. I honestly do. I need Hoff. I need the staffs from Cloud Rest still. Two more staffs, and I'll be done with that on this platform. That's it from there. And then, well, what I'm looking for, anyways. And then I've got to do my vet Maelstrom because we didn't have perfected when I left, so I need to do that. And I've got to farm up a bunch of vet Dragon Star and then Maelstrom. I did end up getting the 1 staff already right there. So I need to, you know, get some more stuff done, but I only have the builds to do what I want when I want. That's pretty much the only reason I do whatever, you know. And then I'll have like offsets and stuff for things if I, you know, like if I'm doing any vet content, it'll be like who's wearing what, and you make the swaps and stuff like that. Things like that, if and when, but I don't really care as long as I got like access to the base stuff and whatever. And then my PvP is where I really need to be focused in on. Nice stopped in the other day, and then I'm really looking forward to getting back into hopefully Cyrodiil gets better. I'm really hoping there's going to be an announcement on that. I'd like to, like, Nice was like, you gotta come back in Cyrodiil, and I'm like, I'd love to. Performance is just, it's so cake. It's so fucking cake. I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, I would love to get back to Cyrodiil. Battlegrounds I always do, and whatever. I stopped in on Lycan's channel today. Make sure you guys go check out Lycan Gaming, by the way. He's been streaming. It looks really good. Best werewolf we have in Elder Scrolls. You know. Me too, right. So that's something I'm really, you know, when I saw Lycan, I was like, he was doing really good. Of course, he was talking about, you know, I was thinking about putting a build together, and I had asked him about one set. I'm kind of curious about 2 sets on a wolf. I'd like to put it together. I don't play werewolf a lot. I just, they irk the fuck out of me. So, but I think I got 2 werewolves. I know I got 1 on PC, and I think I got 2 over here. I think I'll have to check. But I was like, yeah, you know, I should definitely whatever. You know, at least try this build idea. I was like, you know, I think this would be a good setup. But would I be a little squishy? You know, would it be worth it? You know, things like that. You're always questioning things. You come out with like, you know, ideas for builds and stuff, and you know, kind of something Saiyan did is what turned me on to the idea of potentially putting together a Pillar of Nirn PvP build with Drazakin. But here's the kicker: actually using the the Gaze of Sithis. So because I would have a lot of damage sets, and then I could use another light piece of armor for like a shoulder. So you know, but stacking all that agility, I think that would be insanely powerful because Drazakin, for every bleed you have, and werewolves get a ton of bleed attacks. For every bleed attack you have, you're increasing your weapon damage. Now you add Pillar of Nirn on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
No
I'm like, oh, you know that could be that could be a pretty nasty setup. You know, and then you could use the problem of it is weapons. You know, I think you would keep the build static. To be honest with you, you wouldn't use like, you know, the VAT 2H or something like that, because the biggest thing to do is, you know, you being werewolf, you don't have that back bar, but you could slot abilities. But you know, the werewolf abilities, you want to sustain werewolf form as much as possible when you transform. So, you know, I was like, it'd be kind of interesting. Or Pestilent Host. Pestilence would be awesome. Piss people off. Yeah. Yeah. I have a Werewolf on my Warden and Sork tank. Yeah, Werewolf can be pretty gnarly, you know, honestly. I just don't like fighting them. I get really irked. I'm like, oh, fuck. Because their sustain is just ungodly most of the time. They have insane sustain. And that's what I used to have on, I think that one of my tanks was Werewolf too, for the sustain passives. Well, I never went Werewolf tank. Like, you know, like total full-blown werewolf tank. Like, I've played with werewolf tanks. Some are better than others. But, you know, as long as they have Tormentor, obviously. But, you know. But yeah, this is what I do. Like, I'm just floating around typically. And I'm like, yo, man, I need, like, this trial, that trial. You know, this, that, you know. So... What the fuck? I don't even, sometimes you just gotta like filter through. I don't think this is happening. And I think that's like I said, I think the game is dying. And if this game dies, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I won't. PvP will still be here. I think there's still people playing the PvP, but I think the community is cutting its throat. I think the community is definitely cutting its throat, and it probably deserves it, to be honest with you. That's what happened in Rift. Rift's still out, but it's a shell of what it used to be. I enjoyed it. I got a lot of achievements in that game. I did a lot of raids. I enjoyed my time in Rift at the time. But that's also the game that made me walk away from that farm, right? That and that attitude. I just couldn't do it anymore. I really couldn't, you know. If, you know, everything, you know, weekly like I said, weekly lockouts. We went through, our guild split literally in half, which wasn't so bad for the recovery, but after that, I was just like, no, I'm so fed up. You know, my friends had left Rift and they played something else, and during their time that they left, I ended up playing, I was still in Rift, and I joined, you know, I was like a main tank for the game. And I had like support builds and things like that if for when it was needed. We couldn't fill a spot and we were tank training, you know, a second team or something like that. But, you know, those is when those other rules come in, you know, because you're like, you only weekly locked out per character, not per account. So I would, you know, make other builds or whatever to help like second teams and stuff. So when our friggin' guild cut in half because of drama, I was just like, you know, it's always this way. And we had a talk, and I was like, you know, I think I'm a contributing factor. I think we all are to a degree, right? We all get this attitude. It's egos. That's what we do. We feed, you know, everybody's ego gets in the way, and it just causes commotion. It causes nothing but, you know, attitude. We complete content. There's players here dying to have our achievements, get our, you know, our progression, and we're bickering amongst each other because I got drawn into one of the arguments. I'm like, what's that got to do with me? I'm working on the second team, and I'm on support. Other dude's tanking. I'm not even on my main. So what the fuck's the problem? What's the problem here? Oh, well, Mystic, blah, 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 and everybody's cocking off, and there's people that's defending me, and then people's defending the other camp, and I was like, I don't know why everybody's bitching about whatever. Do we get our clears? Yes. Do we get shit done? Yes. Then why the fuck are we having this discussion? Because these people don't make that. I'm like, but we're working on them on a second team. We're you know, grooming them. It's not our fault if they don't make, you know, if nobody pulls out of the main team and they want a slot for the main progression team. That's not our fault. So what am I going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to have this argument till the day we die. And of course they split. They're like, well, we're better off, you know, doing our own thing. I'm like, well, fuck, you know, if you want to go. And but you look back and then you just realize it's that is the toxic. That is. It's that type of game structure and it's that type of attitude that is the toxic. And I fed into it all the time because, you know, I only cared about my progression. That I was grooming people, but at the end of the day, my progression, that was all that mattered, you know. And I felt like here in this game, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be. It does get like that, but it doesn't have to be. But the community, you're like I said, for people who think they know everything or people who think they have all the answers or whatever, they're going to, you know, go against whatever. I really want to hit that, but I don't want to fuck with that portal. I can, but there on that. If we're looking for another tank, I'll take it out. Hold on. Probably another tank. Yep. Another tank goes by. No. Who tanks? You know, 2 tanks. Why would you use 2 tanks on a trial? Why? That makes no fucking sense.
Line it up.
Come on, yeah. That's very probably. No. Stupid game. They're like, we're coming to help. Don't have to. Got it. That's what I wanted. Ugh. Did it all for that node too. Did it all for the nookie. The nookie. Alright. I don't know if I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Oh, let's see. Damn, people are spicy in zone chat tonight. They are, dude. They are. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody's bitching and fighting. I'm like, God, but it's PlayStation. You know, I did do the weekly. Let's see. Fuck. Oh no. There's a plus. Alright, let me integrate my food. Get my pots, we're good. 46 should be enough for this one. Lag. See this bullshit? Fucking lag fest. 2 tanks. Why would you need 2 tanks in a trial room? That's insane. That's ludicrous. It's normal. You don't need 2 tanks. Seriously, you guys should see it. I'm not gonna do it unless they do something dumb shit. Then I'll be like, yo man, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know, the funny thing are the people who try to expose me are lying pieces of shit, and they look dumb as fuck. I mean, seriously, dumb as fuck. I'm like, oh god. You know, if you're gonna be something, just play. God. Yeah, this is just normal. I was looking for Cloud Rest or Hoff. I mean, I could probably use something like False God. I think there's a couple more False God pieces I need, but I already have my Yol. So anything else in here I don't need. I don't need anything. I still need to do the vet. So, which, whatever. I plan on maybe doing, that's why I said maybe I'll get into tanking. You're always short on tanks, man. So, I do have, one trial guild I'm still part of. I don't know. Maybe I'll get with those guys if they're needing a tank. But I don't think they will. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, I'll have probably, by the time I'm done, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks, you know, on standby. So, once I get all the base sets and, you know, offsets put together, and things like that. Most of my healers will be set up once I finish those guys, too. So, Sunspire, yeah. No, this is Sunspire. Yeah, I was just, like, I'll look in chat. I'll just look around. I did Hellraw already for the week, so until reset, I mean, I had no plan of me doing Hellraw. I have all my gold from there, jewelry and stuff. I could probably use more weapons. I don't need any gear. So, I have all my gold from the original free trials. So.
You liar. You said Al-Kosh was here to save us, but he turned us into slaves.
Alright.
You should be grateful to serve the divine.
Yeah, like I said, most of the time I'm just looking for something to farm or something. I'm looking for something. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'll look around, like, sure, I'll jump in. That's why I got in here. I think I'm locked out of the week, though. I think I did this. I want to say. Like I said, I want to cloud rest for Paw. I don't give a fuck. I don't mind plugging. So, most people can do most of everything, no bugs. I mean, Vet Hellraw, 90% of the time I'm plugging any of the original stuff. I mean, as long as most people know the base mechanics and stuff, good. And they'll get like that with everything else. Most of it. Eventually I'll figure it all out and they'll run up bugs and anything in this game. worst. Wow. Fuck. Still two more pieces on this build I gotta finish. I've just been working on stuff, but
feel your courage freeze under the pitiless gaze of Joe.
okay. Oh shit. My fault. What's up? Oopsie. I'm drunk. Don't lie me. No, I'm not drunk. My Khajiit's drunk. He's a little wobbly.
Simple creatures, blind to your own insignificance. I admire your audacity.
Yeah. Whatever.
You're boring me, mortals.
Go tanky. Go.
On your knees. Gold and earth.
Turn the elements against themselves. Driving light. Melt the ice monster.
you into dust! Gold bundles! Get out of my roost.
Driving lightning. Melt the ice monster.
You leave nothing but a crater and a stain. Gold bundles! To stand shoulder to shoulder with a god. Here I am.
You have done it. Down with the dragon.
Merciful knowledge! How is that possible?
Because they are not gods.
They're not gods.
Longer be their slave.
I need to switch on my controller. Oh, fuck. Nice. One minute. No. Don't hiccup, Mystic. Go. I think I needed that one. I think I got the neck, but I didn't have the ring on this platform. Oh, what a butterfly. I know, I'm trying to get around. Keep quiet, but... Don't mind me. I'm stumbling. Fuck. Oh, they found another one. Oh. Won't fall. Oh. No. Oh, the meat is good. Oh, the meat is good with this one. Oh, fuck. Hey guys, what's up? Hey. What's that down there? Oh, they look friendly. Go say hi. Let's have a party. The meat's not on me. I'll keep it. There's no skooma in this cup. Oh. Bring him in. Bad kitty. Bad Sensei. Bananas. Misede, oh. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me wanna go home. I know, I'm cranky over there. I'm a little wobbly. Oh. No. Oh, that's a big drop. Oh. There's nothing down there. Oh, there's a heavy stack over here and up there. Oh. Now, this is what I do. Another banana. Come daylight, home man, we wanna go home. Yeah, I like the bonfire. I've got to switch out controller. Provoke him. Okay, this is bad. Don't do this. We're there. Sorry about that. We had to make adjustments. Pull them up. You can time those little fire things, those bonfires. Those little sound effects. Daylight coming, me wanna go home. Me said that, me said that, me said that. Oh, what's up? It's another chest. What? This game hates me. I just drop. Typically. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh yeah. Oh. Glimmer. See, it should all be about having fun. I got it. on, you take. Well, great. That worked out great. We just put a fucking...
Time to stamp you
You
out.
can't move the fucker. Yeah, that worked out awesome.
Rise from the ash. Servants of
Nothing we can do. We're gonna get winged over here. Look at that. No, don't run, don't run. We're supposed to share the damage. We're supposed to share it. Ugh. Now we're gonna kill that enemy too fast. Could be a reset. Who knows? We're just gonna have this thing flooded with.
blacken the sky.
Perfect.
With a smoke
Now,
corpse.
get these fucking ants down. No! God. Right.
You're lucky. That won't last. Burn them to cinders. Only makes the flames burn hotter.
Perfect. Except that thing didn't go down. Oh my
Still strong enough to crush you worms. Flames can feast on
god. Dude, stop running. It's fine, it's fine. Whoa, taking a swim. Oh, nice, it's warm. Oh, it's good in here. Phil, wait, no. Let's check out the comments. New. What's up? Eric. This is painful to watch. Try, right. Doesn't ever know the Atro gets immunity during Cataclysm. Yeah, dude, like, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Well, Tim, you're supposed to fucking wait until, you know what I'm saying? The one phase, but they were kited this way, that way. I'm like, oh fuck, I just don't want to die. So, oh shit, you get smoother runs, but you know, it's Pug. It is what it is. As long as you get through it, normal Pug. It shouldn't be that bad. Shouldn't be all that bad. I mean, I've seen worse. Believe you and me, I have. But,
Glory Santos, your faithful are beset by these heretics. This one begs you to cast the wicked from this mountain once again.
You had one task, Cat. Gather faith to serve me. Instead, you have troubles.
hopefully people just know what to put the screw on.
World of our God is infinite mercy to every corner of the world.
What do you mean? What the fuck? We're aggro to something. What the flying fuck is going on? What the fuck? What the flying fuck? Really? Oh my. What the fuck? Boy. Who the fuck is up there? Holy fuck kebabs. Oh shit.
You are tearing the wound wider. Why?
To restore the natural order. To reclaim.
Alright, let me check. I was just in a dungeon and this happened. Oh, shut for real.
You are no divine.
Someone said, nah, none of us bugs skip garbage, right? I swear, man, I swear, Pugs, man, Pugs seriously can be a little like, what the fuck? I have fun at times. You get randomness with Pugs. It's entertaining, but, you know, you guys know, seen what I deal with when I used to do dailies. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. No, I don't do vet DLCs either, let alone anything else. I don't do nothing. I loved it because Neff was like, PvPer causing drama. Yeah, a PvPer causing drama that did the original trials on a DK healer, and then on top of it, your friggin' hypocritical ass that makes other non-Templar healers or non-Warden healers. Anybody remember when Gilliam actually talked shit about Warden healers? Anybody remember that? I mean, I love the man. Our differences put aside, but literally, I stuck up for the Wardens when they were first released. Like, and now they are a thing. I'm like, God, fuck. What the fuck? Yo, Tank, I think you missed something. Yo, what the fuck, dude? Look at that. Gotta be aware of your surroundings at all times. Come on. Fucking lag. Fucking bitches. Don't run. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe you're what? Oh, get the fuck away from me with that shit. You run. Run. No, I don't want to run. I want to walk. Kiss my ass. Dragon. Yeah, nothing weird about that placement, right? Didn't look suspicious at all. Yo, man, can we get off the stack? I'm trying to stay away from you people. What the off tank does? That's a good off tank. I'm sure the fucking main tank doesn't get fucking armor shatter. Why he's tanking the other shit. Good tanking. Good tanking. What I was dealing with, bad tanking. Bad tank. Well, not my bad tanking. I was tanking, but no other tank to do the other shit. Oh, we only need one tank in a trial. Oh, that's just normal. Get the fuck out of here, guys. What a fucking joke of a joke. I'm glad they exposed themselves really quick. Like, what the fuck? You guys look like dipshits on normal fucking trials. I hate this to be on my fucking vet. Wanna move those? No, okay. Good. Yo, dagger! I don't have that. That's actually cool. Good stuff.
It was a beautiful mirage.
Only to the blind. Do you see my scars now?
Forgive this.
Drag up after they'll whisper and take them through a vet. Yeah, right. I'm not plugging a. If I plug a vet, if I plug vets, usually like I'll know one person. Usually. Well, I mean, I can. I've tried. I'm not gonna lie. I have tried, but it's usually. Dude, I've. No. Like I said, I mean, sometimes you even get crazy shit going on and whatever. Did I get a box? I think I did. No, I didn't. I already did it. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. GG, GG, GG. I don't think anything in there other than that dagger. It was worth it for me. Maybe the other thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the dagger. This got a dagger. Did that run? I got a dagger out of it. That's cool. Whatever. Whatever works, whatever works. Like I said, I mean, I'll do whatever gets built. I'll play whatever. I'll get usually my vet DLCs in anyway, sooner or later, whatever I'm looking for. Because eventually we all know what I do. I go into Cyrodiil and I decimate in Battlegrounds. Well, most of the time. There are some times I get the really good players and then it's a battle. It's a heated battle. That's when it gets good. Those are when you get the matches. Oh, it's so good. It's so tantalizing. When you get the best PvPers the game has to offer in a battleground, all of them, I've experienced it on this platform, and it was the most epic. I still remember we had Shady, Fuck Cow, Unreal, and me. And we decimated. We literally was decimating every team. It was amazing. It was simply fucking wreck mode. It was wreck mode. Learn from players that do the content. You get way more out of it. I don't listen to that most of the time. For most of the time, I like
Someone found the show.
like if I like I'll be honest, I think Zai does the best walkthroughs. I think Zai gives the best walkthroughs. If you're going to learn from anybody through a mechanic position, Zai does the best. But I'm an old school player. I pick up mechanics pretty quick. If I die one time to a mechanic, it's done. It's learned. really quick. But I had to. I mean, we were in Rift. I was one of the first. Our guild was one of the first to clear on our server. So we had to know. We like I said, we didn't watch YouTube, but we didn't. There were no guides, nothing like that at the time. You learned the hard way, right? But you paid attention to buffs, debuffs. Once you start, and like, there's basics that you should know. Don't stand in stupid, right? You don't stand in stupid. If there's AoEs, you get the fuck out. If there's something that's there that's like lighting up, that doesn't do anything, usually that's a form of a mechanic that either cleanses you or keeps you from there's basic mechanic functions in every game. So it's like, if you can't pay attention to what's going on, you shouldn't be in there to begin with. You should be learning the basics of just those elements. I mean, but if you need help, I think Zai offers the best. Period. Hands down, the best. You know, Zai, hands down, probably is the best walkthroughs out of all the content creators for newer players to learn a mechanic. And, you know, that says something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if people were going to want to learn mechanics. But if you can't pick up mechanics, well, you're kind of in a fuck scenario. You shouldn't be doing it at all, in my opinion. You play on Xbox? Nice. Xbox has some good servers, too. I have an Xbox account. I have over 40 tunes. I just haven't been on Xbox for 3 years now. But I think my CP is only like 500 or 600 on there. But I have like 10 tunes over there, something like that. I don't need that. But yeah. Yeah. I played Xbox last, so. Let's see. Okay, maybe I'll look into it. Usually just running dungeons at this moment. I'm still learning a lot. Also, I'm 500 CP. If you want to know any mechanics in the game, at any content, go to Zion Nodes. It's all about mechanics. The man is the best person if you want to learn mechanics. He gives the best explanation. He slows it down for you. He shows you everything, what's going on, so you know what to look out for, right? And he's not toxic about it. So if you're a new player to this game and you're wanting to do any new content, you know, because normal, sometimes you overlook those mechanics. Why? Because it doesn't kill you. It doesn't matter until you get to vet, or until you get to a trial. Well, trial mechanics will kill you regardless if it's normal or vet. Vet's just a little harder, or has a twist of a mechanic, something, you know. But usually the base premise is still there in a normal trial versus the vet. But, you know, you're stepping it up. And this normal DLC dungeons, the mechanics are there, but it's not enough to typically kill you. You know, that's the problem. So, but Zai walks through that. Zai will give you walkthroughs for it, so he's really good at it. Does Zai have guides for all the trials? Yes, he has a website too, so he does have the guides. So, yeah. Zai has a website. He does all, like I said, as far as a content creator, he's the best walkthrough content creator in the game, hands down. That's why the meta players won't even fuck with him. They'll come after me, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. They're dumbasses. They're fucking morons. Majority of them are morons. Literally, I repeat this over and over again. They literally put Ellie Drain on a Templar healer. I don't need to say anything else. They put Sharpen on mag tunes. They didn't think diminishing returns was real. They are morons. They are the epitome of moronic. But yeah, so I don't listen to them. But Zai is the real deal. Zai is, he will give you every walkthrough. He will give you guides. He's got builds. The man is really good, you know, content creator. They're chicken shit. They won't go after him. Because his community would flog every one of their asses. I'll try to remember what I'm getting into, right? But most of them have all of their trial titles. So does I. So does Zai. Your point? So does Zai. Zai's a PvEer. He doesn't PvP. I PvP. That's my end game. I only do the content to bring out the healing stuff. You know, like healers will ask me for updates. Because that's what I did initially. And I don't mind, so I'll do whatever to, you know, give them, you know, whatever. Or I'll break down, you know, the numbers to an extent, say I would do this, like that vulnerability thing I just posted today, you know, things like that. And if people want to use it, that's fine. If they don't, like the slime crawl kill, I said you're going to dump your monster set, because what ends up happening, you're going to keep the two sets, or not. You're going to give up the monster's the least of the effectiveness. So I'll do those things for the community, you know. Well, and I'll still get ridiculed, but they'll still do what I say. They always do. Whatever. So, yep. Yeah. Zai. Yeah. Zai is like I said. Zai is Zai's the man. Zai has every title. He has all that stuff. He has skins, all of it. He has everything. They're no better than Xyonode. None. None. They're just chicken shit. They're little bitches. And Zai doesn't follow their meta. So they're just chicken shit. They want to pick on somebody they think they can get away with picking on. If I was in real life, none of them would fucking have the nuts to come up to me and say to my face. None of them. Because I'll be like, you got something to say? I don't think so. That's fine. Actually, I'm very, I like to be pacifistic these days. My younger days, I got into a lot of confrontations. Just because I was sticking up for people. I hate bullies. So I provoked a lot of the bullies to fuck with me back in the day. I'm a bigger dude. 6'1", I weigh 250 pounds. I'm fine. Don't fight though. Try to talk if you can. If people can be cordial, that's how it should be. Some people don't want to be cordial though. Some people just do not want to be cordial. Shut up! I just got 2 potent urn crocs. Oh my fucking gosh. You know, if you can be cordial and be, you know, intelligent and be respectful, that's the way it always should be. The last thing anybody should ever want to do is get into a conflict, a physical alteration. Trust me. It's dumb shit. The dumb shit I've had to experience in my life is just dumb as fuck. Just dumb. But yeah. They ain't got the balls to pick on Zai, and they won't. So if you want the best content, guides, go to Xyonode. All of it, all of it. He is got the best walkthroughs in the game. So if people don't know the mechanics, you can even look him up. He's got an add-on that says all about mechanics. So yeah, if you're on PC. But if you're not, just YouTube it. You know, he should do an app. He should do a phone app. Maybe if he does, I don't know. But he should do it. Me, I don't need that type of stuff. I pick up stuff quick. So if I miss something the first time, it usually doesn't get repeated a second. I pay attention very fucking closely. Why? Because I've been doing this for a long time. So, yupper. Like I said, I mean, they should have picked up on that new set. We overlooked it. Hey, there's another set that has vulnerability. Oh, we don't need it. Dum da dum, dum da dum, dum da dum, dum da dum. Anyways, Like, that's why I always go back to PvP. Because once I do PvE anyways, I'm always PvPing. So I was like, fuck it. I'll flip it. I'll do PvE to farm my PvP stuff. Because in this game you do. And then I'll provide builds for just whatever. Any content you want. And then basic, most of it. You can sub it up. Whatever. And then after that, fuck it. You know. Back to PvP I go. Whoa. So, and then I stream it. That was my name of my game. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. As always, I'm Mysticraven. This is Mystic's MMOs. Peace.